Here we want to find the domain of this function. We have 16 times x plus 3 in parentheses, and all of that in parentheses is raised to the negative 2/3 power. So the first thing we want to do is take anything that has a negative exponent, and we're going to take what it applies to, and we're going to rewrite it with only positive exponents. So this would be 16 over x plus 3, and then the exponent is going to become a positive 2/3. Let's write what this means. The denominator of that exponent represents the index of a radical, and the numerator of that exponent represents the power. So once again, we have a rational function, and we want to make sure that the denominator is never 0. So we're going to take our denominator, we're going to set it equal to 0, and then we're going to solve for x. First thing I want to do is get rid of that cube root. So I'm going to cube both sides. And that gives x plus 3 squared equals 0 cubed, which is 0. Now I want to get rid of the square. So we're going to take the square root of both sides. Anytime that you introduce a square root, then you always need to include plus or minus. But plus or minus the square root of 0 is just 0. So we have x plus 3 equals 0. And now we're going to subtract 3 from both sides. Once we solve for x, this is the value that we will exclude from the real number line. I'm going to make my number line. I'm going to put negative 3. We're going to put an open circle to say that that value is not included. And then we will highlight the values to the left and to the right of that excluded value. So our domain for this function, the values that are allowed into the function, will go from negative infinity all the way to negative 3, but not including negative 3, union from negative 3 to infinity.